Hello, everybody. It's me, Argus Invader, here with your invaders. Excuse me. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Invaders Weather News Special Coverage for May 12th, 2020. Be sure to subscribe, like, and enjoy our content, and be sure to subscribe for more daily weather uploads this week and that week after that. Welcome back to Invaders Weather News Coverage for May 12th, 2020, where we update you on the tropics, severe weather, and the coronavirus. Let's begin with the coronavirus news. Across the nation right now, we got some storms, and we do have a slight risk for today's day one outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. We have a day one outlook here in this area, a slight risk issued, but we got enhanced risk issued for tomorrow, and I'll talk more about that very shortly. Let's talk about the coronavirus cases right now. Sorry, that. Right now, United States leads the highest cases with over 1,389,412 confirmed cases and over 82,485 deaths so far. Right now, Russia leads second top highest cases. Recently passes Spain with over 243 confirmed cases and over 2,116 deaths so far on Russia. Right now, cases followed by Russia, Spain, UK, Italy, Brazil, Germany, Turkey, France, Iran, China, mainland China, Peru. I don't know if it's mainland China, but Peru and Canada will pass China's cases soon. We have reports coming in from China. Especially in Wuhan, that Wuhan, China, has been reporting new cases of coronavirus since China has been returned to normal with their businesses reopened. But Wuhan, China has been reporting new cases there in China. Um, Especially we're seeing cases across the nation as they're growing. But Peru and Canada will pass China's cases very soon. According to the New York Times, your top news across the worldwide nation, New York Times says India commits to huge coronavirus relief efforts. Right now, NPR says coronavirus vaccines frequently asked questions. How is it being developed? When will it be ready? Goats and soda. The Washington Post says live updates as U.S. coronavirus death toll surpasses 81,000. Fauci warns against reopening too quickly. NPR says UK extends coronavirus furlough payments to workers through the end of October. CNN Anthony Fauci's quiet coronavirus rebellion. Let's go to the United States cases, but first let's talk about the curve. We're seeing new cases over time worldwide. We have seen 88,891 confirmed cases. Yesterday, new cases. Yesterday we're seeing, but probably due to the twice the numbers we've seen few days. But the curve is now flattening. As you see, we are seeing 4 million cases worldwide. A lot of numbers, triple that. The curve is now flattening sometime. We're not seeing any light. But right now, worldwide confirmed cases are standing at 4,233,504 confirmed cases and over 289,932 deaths so far worldwide. This has been a deadliest day for every nation as everyone fights the coronavirus, especially the populated areas. This is a crisis, COVID-19, and endangers what we are expecting in the United States. Crisis, a deadliest day for hospitals in the United States. We're seeing a dramatic increase of the coronavirus. Let's begin with the COVID-19 cases in the cases for each state, confirmed cases, and death toll. Right now, New York still leads the highest cases with over 485 confirmed cases so far. This thing's glitching out a bit. Hang on. With over 338, 485 confirmed cases and over 21,845 deaths in New York State, followed by New Jersey, Illinois, Massachusetts, California, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Florida, Texas, Georgia, Connecticut, Maryland, all these other states in confirmed cases and deaths. To follow the you can just pause the video you want to see the confirmed cases and deaths toll. We can view them, but we have to move on. I'm trying to scroll this list as fast as again so we can move on because I don't want to spend all my time on here and gotta move on to the latest weather news stuff. But here's their confirmed cases and deaths for each state. I'm just gonna move the list very fast. You can pause the video if you want to see the deaths and confirmed cases and all that stuff. But top news for the United States, CNN says Fauci warns again about the U.S. reopenings as more evidence emerges of virus early spread. Right now, let me see what we got. Coronavirus updates. U.S. staff told tops 81,000. Trump's defense administration record and testing exchange with reporters. First thing, is the U.S. holding up the search for a coronavirus vaccine? According to the Guardian. Let's talk about testing. So, the new cases. Yesterday we seen about probably more cases yesterday. Well, less cases yesterday. You can see we've seen less cases yesterday. We're probably seeing about 17,776 new cases we've seen over time. But the curve is now flattening. But you can see right here, this curve looks like it's flattening a bit. It's still growing, but the curve looks like it's about to flatten. But looks like this curve looks like it's flattening right now, but we're still not seeing the curve is flattening. We can't tell if that is flattening, but we've seen less cases yesterday, and the curve looks like it's about to flatten, but we can't tell it will flatten. Right now, the test conducted yesterday, we probably made more tests yesterday than dramatically. We see more tests. These numbers have changed a bit, but we did more tests yesterday. Probably we did most tests dramatically than any other days we did in the United States. We conducted about 296 tests yesterday. So we did a lot of tests yesterday on May 11th. So we did more testing than any other days we did. So you can see on this chart, we did a lot of testing yesterday with the a lot of testing. We probably did more than any other day. You can see dramatically, but we did a lot of testing, and we're probably seeing negatives in negatives that the curve might flattening. We could see a sign. Case is not growing that high, but we better be careful. We can't tell if this curve is flattening, but we'll be watching out if this curve will flatten. Moving on to the Tropics. Let's talk about the 5-day graphic tropical weather outlook. Here it is the National Hurricane Center's disturbance. We do have a 40 to 60% chance of, okay, this is 50% chance of development formation in the next 5 days. You can see this is formation through the next 5 days is at 50%. You can see a good chance of development along the Bahamas region, probably at the northeast of Bahamas. Great chance of development for tropical disturbance. So yes, in the next 5 days we're expecting a good chance of this disturbance to form. We got 50% chance there. You can see, according to the National Hurricane Center's a 5-day outlook, expecting one disturbance right now. It's possible this will develop. This is a good chance for cyclone formation. So this is what we were talking about. Good chance for cyclone formation. And we showed you the model yesterday. Great chance of over the Bahamas. Let's talk more about that. So as we are expecting a tropical formation next 5 days, it's a good chance to run the models real quick. So I'll talk about sea surface temperatures and the how much wind shear, and let me talk about the how intensity in landfall is possible with this tropical system. So we're expecting a great chance of a tropical formation in the next 5 days over the Bahamas. You can see this low pressure system right here. This is good chance for tropical formation. Landfall, we're not expecting landfall. This could be a tropical subtropical storm or subtropical depression, but landfall, I don't think there could be any landfall. It's just going to bring some rain and stuff. But this could be a subtropical depression or subtropical storm. But you can tell this could be a subtropical system right here, or tropical storm or tropical depression, then dissipates after a few days later. So nothing too severe with that system, but as you can tell, but we don't know there's any more systems out there we'll be watching very closely. But that's what the models are telling us. The new updated models right here, GFS models telling us. But speaking of the GFS model, let's talk about the winds and all that stuff. So the intensity of this system is, are confident this will be increasing a little bit. But let's talk about what we're expecting with this tropical system. Well, we're expecting a good chance for a subtropical depression or subtropical storm is possible. We're expecting a subtropical storm or subtropical depression, but no intensity to a hurricane level, because that's not possible as we were look at these models. No good chance. We are indicating that there's no good chance for landfall, as we'll stay off the Atlantic, off the coast of the eastern seaboard. But we have a good chance that this will be forming tropical cyclone formation, as these models will indicate it will stay off coast. But if it stays on land or if it makes landfall, we will let you know. But the new updates are showing uh, probably no indication of landfall. But this will be a extinct hurricane, like probably it could be like a subtropical storm, subtropical depression, until it will be extratropical, and it will be might hit around the UK regions. As you can see, this could be it will be extra subtropical. As you can tell with this system right here, this could be extra subtropical with this one. Expecting a good chance for this intensity. So watch this right here. The models could hit right here. You can watch this really closely. You can see this might slam into the UK or something. It might parts of the UK, or you can see something like that. This you can watch the models real quick. Here's the system right here. As it push it, this will be extra tropical, meaning that it could be the wind will be much bigger than this might slam into parts of this UK and moving towards eastward and all that stuff. So this will be extra subtropical, as you can see right there on the models, where it indicates extra subtropical system with that one. Now let's talk about the wind shear. So how much wind shear would this break up the hurricane or something? Well, let's talk about the wind shear. That's most important when it comes to breaking up hurricanes, all that stuff. Yes, we have seen like 100, over 100 knots of wind shear across the Atlantic, as you can probably know and tell by the models. We're gonna see dramatically a lot of wind shear, but there's gonna be less wind shear along this region. That has a good chance for a tropical development there, if this wind shear does not get in this tropical cyclone way. But there will be less wind shear along the Atlantic. Here you can see this system right here, this tropical disturbance is in the clear for not a lot of wind shear, but this will break up the hurricane as it enters this wind shear jet stream. This will probably break up the hurricane and dissipates, then actually be extra tropical. But this system is not giving up. You can see it's not gone yet. You can see this system probably is trying to get out of the system. Here you can see this system right here. This is the low pressure. This is tropical disturbance, but this will enter and hit the wind field. This will dissipate because it's gonna break up the hurricanes or tropical disturbance. But it will exit the wind field and might make probably a good chance of landfall, extratropical landfall along the UK, south of the UK border land, south of UK, pushing eastwards to the UK. You can see this dissipates later on. But yeah, this could be extratropical. I can't indicate this is that system, but this could be extratropical as this wind shear will push it out. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of wind shear along the 100 miles of wind shear. We're expecting a huge ton of wind shear in that area. So that could break up hurricane, that tropical disturbance we're expecting. So there's still wind shear along the and the Atlantic, so we have to be on the lookout for that. But how much rain we're gonna see? So that's the main story here, and everyone has been waiting for the precipitation, the rainfall. So this will be subtropical, means the wind field will be much bigger. And speaking of subtropical, let's talk about how much rain we're expecting with this system. As this develops, we can tell we're expecting the Bahamas need to be on the lookout. We're expecting probably about 6, 7, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, probably 14, 12, 10 inches of rain expecting the Bahamas. We're expecting rain in the Bahamas, and this moves on eastward and hits the wind shear that breaks up the hurricanes or tropical disturbance. Then this moves eastwards to the UK. Will be an extra tropical cyclone. So we'll be watching the models real closely if there's any new updates, as this will be a formation of the tropical disturbance in the northeast Bahamas into the Atlantic, but then pushing eastwards and might colliding with the wind shear, then probably might be extra tropical cyclone, probably possible in the UK region. So we'll be watching with the models very closely as updates continue on Invader's weather news or Invader's nightly news and weather for tomorrow or today. We'll be watching very closely, and we will let you know as soon as possible. Let's move on to the next forecast models. We covered the tropics. Let's move on to the severe weather, which everyone has been waiting for. Yes, everyone has been waiting for. Let me just clear this out. Let's talk about the severe weather. So yes, here's the Storm Prediction Center's day one outlook, and let's talk more about that right now. So yes, we are expecting severe weather today. Here's the day one outlook from the Storm Prediction Centers. We do have a marginal risk and a slight risk for these regions. Tornado risk, 2% along this area. Wind risk is about probably 5%, and hail risk is also 5%, but not 15%. We're not expecting that. But this is getting real interesting. Tomorrow, severe weather gets increasingly surprising. Right now, day 2 outlook showing severe weather is at its peak right now. Probably likely, I doubt it could be a moderate risk. Probably issue along this region, but we'll be watching the models really closely. I'll show you the models after we show you the Storm Prediction Center's Day 2 outlook. So yes, we do have slight risk on a Day 3 outlook, and let me talk more about that real quick. So right now, we do have an enhanced risk of severe weather for Abilene, Texas, Wichita Falls, Lawton, Duncan, Yukon, Oklahoma. Enhanced risk for these populated areas, and slight risk for Oklahoma City, Kansas City, Wichita, Overland Park, Kansas City, uh, Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, I don't know if there's two Kansas cities. I didn't know that. Probably. That's just confusing me. But let's talk about the 5% risk. We do have a 5% chance of tornado risk along this brownish region. 5% for these populated areas right here below. Wind risk, wind risk. We're expecting a 30% chance of wind, possible wind risk along this area right here in this area. 30% for Abilene and Wichita Falls, Lawton. Good chance for damaging wind gusts and large hail. And large hail will be expected along this hash area. Here you can see we have 15% along this widespread region. So we're expecting widespread of severe weather. Multiple rounds of severe weather. Isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms are expected across portions of the central and southern plains. Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday night, the greatest threat for numerous severe thunderstorms, numerous severe wind gusts, and perhaps some very large hail may develop over portions of west, northwest Texas, and western central Oklahoma. And here's the discussion right here. We were reading the summary, but here's the discussion. The next day 2 hours will be updated. But we do have more severe weather. Is not going to end sometime. We got severe weather for on a day 3 outlook, which is Thursday. So yes, tomorrow expecting severe weather, and Thursday severe weather as well. We do have slight risk for the day 3 outlook for Thursday for Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, and Springfield, Illinois. We do have a slight risk for those populated areas, and a marginal risk for these populated areas as well. Possible severe weather, 50% chance in this area. Summary says severe thunderstorms are possible Thursday from portions of southern and central plains into the middle Mississippi Valley. So we're expecting severe thunderstorms for tomorrow. Enhanced risk, probably doubt a moderate risk could be issued, and on Thursday, slight risk for severe weather. And let's move on. As of course, let's talk about the Cape. We'll be showing you the models after that, showing what you're gonna expect with this severe weather outbreak. Right now, here's the Cape. So you can see this is the Cape right here. We're expecting really high Cape. Widespread of severe weather on Wednesday. Let me just show you here. We're expecting a lot of Cape in this area. So you can see we're expecting 5,000 Cape, 5,100 Cape right here. Especially in this area, we gotta watch. There's gonna be a lot of Cape values in this area. So this is really surprising. A lot of this energy right here. So this is gonna be a good chance for tornado risk in this area with this supercell system. This cave is showing a really good chance for large hail, maybe damaging wind gusts, and feels tornadoes are expected. But there's a lot of cave in this area, so this would bring a lot of energy with this system. All this energy coming up from Texas, through Oklahoma, through Kansas, through Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, parts of Minnesota. We're expecting a lot of energy with this one as it comes up Wednesday. There's going to be tons of energy with the system. Then afterwards, it will be in Minnesota. So there's still energy with this system as it comes up. But there's a ton of energy on Thursday. And this later afterwards will dissipate. So we're expecting tons of energy with this system. We'll be watching closely. So that's a lot of terms of cave energy in that area for severe weather. And speaking of the energy and all that stuff, let's talk about the HR model severe weather for tomorrow. That's the only model that's everyone has been waiting for, the severe weather. Let's talk more about that real quick. So here's the models right here. I'm going to show you the HR model. We're expecting storms for slight risk for today. Then we got supercells, mini widespread severe weather expected for tomorrow. So we're expecting strong storms beginning to form. Maybe if I show you in the easy region. Hang on, let's change the sector view. Is there let me change it. Let me change it. Just change the model real quick. Let me just shift this north. I wish it was on the Congress, Congress model. The whole shows the whole United States would be much easier that way. But I don't know where these storms are going. But here's the model. Expecting storms to form up here. Oh, this is about 80% complete, but we will expect supercell widespread storms expected for tomorrow. Speak of these storms, let's move on to the tornado energy. Let me shift southwards here. Let me show you we're expecting the tornado energy and all that stuff. Where's the significant tornado perimeter? So let's talk about the tornado energy with this system. So we're expecting good chance for tornado energy along for Wednesday. There's a little bit available tornado energy, but these models are not indicating now a lot of that much. But we have good chance for Cape, a lot of Cape energy, but there's not a lot going on with these models showing. But there's not a lot going on with these models showing in the HR models, but we have a good chance of severe weather on Wednesday. Probably not that intensity. I don't know why it's not showing a lot, but it's just too weird a bit. I want to just show you the models right now. So let me just load up the NAM 3KM model. Hope this helps a bit. But yeah, expecting storms and severe weather. Here's the NAM. Expecting rounds of storms in Oklahoma. Then this pushes east. So this is going to be widespread severe weather. You can see the models right there. See, you got widespread storms right there upwards up there. So you can expect widespread storms on Wednesday. Wednesday through Thursday. So yeah, let me just change our sector view. Let's move us into the central Great Plains. You can see great energy of storms on Wednesday. Great chance of potential severe weather. Here's on Wednesday through Thursday. So we're expecting severe weather, widespread severe weather for most of the southern Great Plains and the central Great Plains. So that's all for Invader's weather news forecast for May 12, 2020. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy our content. And that's all for Invader's weather news for May 12, 2020. Hope you enjoy and see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching Invader's weather news for May 12, 2020. See y'all later in the next video. Bye. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was Invader's Weather and News. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at InvaderDip2RBOX and follow us on Twitter. Join Discord server. It's called FX with News Weather and News server. It's linked in the description below or above, or I think it's above or below, but above. Links in the description below. Above. Links in the description above. Be sure to join our Discord server. Awesome place to hang out. And that's all for Invader's Weather News coverage for May 12, 2020. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a fantastic day. See you guys in the next video. Bye.